Here at Bud Light, we missed the mark. We never knew that one single Bud Light can could divide so many of our customers and so many Americans. So introducing our United series. Bud Light honors the heroes in our U.S. military. Bud Light honors the men and women of our law enforcement. And Bud Light honors the heroes in our fire and emergency services. We hope we can win you back and you can give us another chance. Oh, and one more thing. Let's go, Brandon. All right, so that was the commercial for the conservatives. All right, let's do the commercial for the liberals next. Here at Bud Light, we missed the mark. In an effort to be inclusive, we weren't inclusive enough. So starting today, all white male employees of Bud Light are required to transition into brave and stunning trans women. Introducing the new Bud Light series that honors the LGBTQ, RS, TUV, WX, Y, and Z community, honoring the heroes like transgender men and women, wolf people, furries, people that identify as another race, and many, many, many more. Because we know that there are just as many genders as there are other beers that you could be drinking instead of Bud Light.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Crow, and we have a new update in the whole Bud Light controversy as the Anheuser-Busch CEO has disavowed the Dylan Mulvaney partnership, stating that it was just one post, it's not a campaign. Guys, we weren't supporting Dylan Mulvaney, we don't support this, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. I don't care. This is way too little, way too late. This is not an apology for the things that were said by the marketing team, of which two members have been placed on leave. In fact, I think recently they've actually fired the marketing agency, the third-party marketing agency that had partnered with them on this Dylan Mulvaney thing. So I go back to the very beginning of when this entire thing started, and Bud Light tried to lie to everybody, gaslight everyone, and claim that this was a low-level staffer. Now we know, oh, no. It was a third-party marketing agency they hired working with the VP of marketing on their side. This is all very high-level stuff. And rather than just, look, if that's the direction you want to go in, be honest about it, right? Be honest, be transparent, explain to people why you're doing it. And if that's the way that you feel, then don't lie in such an obvious way. Now, look, I think that they should have never gone to Dylan Mulvaney. You're a beer company. Don't go to a controversial figure that is dividing people and get them to represent your entire brand for everybody. Because, look, I'm not going to say that, oh, if you drink a Bud Light, that means that you're drinking tranny fluid, or oh, if you drink Bud Light, that means that you're supporting gender ideology. No, obviously not. But when Bud Light puts Dylan Mulvaney on the can and says, hey, this is our sponsor, man, on some level, you are telling people that if you drink this beer, that's what you're supporting. That's how it feels to everybody. So I said this is such a massive disconnect. This was Bud Light believing that they could just tell their core customer base, fuck you, we don't care what you think. We're going to appeal to this much smaller niche market that is growing. We want to appeal just to them. And you're going to buy our beer anyways because fuck you, you'll always do what you're told. And it obviously didn't work. It obviously didn't work. And Bud Light has refused to apologize. Even this, okay? This is only from a couple of days ago. It doesn't matter. Okay, this isn't an apology. I saw some people going like, oh, we've won the boycott. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. They haven't walked anything back. They just said, oh, well, you guys, it wasn't a campaign. It's another not apology. And in this case, it wasn't even delivered to the customers. It was said during like a board meeting or a profits meeting. Who cares? This isn't what anybody wanted. All right. If anything, this has only gotten worse for Bud Light, because on top of not trying to make amends and build bridges back with their customer base, they've done stuff like this, which is only pissing off the people that they were trying to market to in the first place. So let's talk about some posts on Twitter here. Bud Light is running away from Dylan Mulvaney faster than an 8-year-old from Joe Biden. I'm sorry. That was good. Too little, too late. Yeah, I agree. It's way too little. It's way too late. It doesn't matter if you try to disavow and walk away from it. Now, had they done this, and I want to be clear, had they done the sponsorship with Dylan Mulvaney, seen the backlash, and within a couple of days, you had the CEO of Anheuser-Busch go out and say, hey guys, whoa, this wasn't a campaign. We're going to walk it back. We're not going to do this. It was a bad idea. That wouldn't have been an apology, but I think it would have lessened the damage, at least. I don't think it would have pissed off people on the left. But instead, you have the CEO, after refusing to apologize, now trying to quietly walk back the sponsorship of Dylan Mulvaney, and it's pissed off people on the left. So I saw this, though, and it's like Bud Light sales, Dylan Mulvaney's beer ad, and whether boycotts actually work from USA Today. Obviously, it's working. Like this is a coping article from USA Today stating, "Oh, Anheuser-Busch's sales are perfectly fine. They're not suffering at all. This was a stupid, guys. The boycott was dumb. Well, obviously it wasn't. If the CEO of Anheuser-Busch is telling everybody that this was not a campaign, this was a mistake in private, obviously it's affecting them, obviously. So when I see like these coping articles like this, it makes me laugh. Also, I kind of find it like pathetic. Like, I really do. Obviously, okay, so the article was updated yesterday as the recording of this video. I don't really care. Like, this article is bullshit in the first place. Okay, all right. So this is the boycott not working, by the way, guys. This is the boycott not working. Check out this video. So this is from Fenway Park, a packed game, and nobody is buying it. Nobody's buying the beer. So as you can see here, I can't play it because there's obvious copyrighted music, but look, all the beer is there, okay? Nobody is even lining up to buy anything. There's not even a single person, and they're fully stocked, okay? And I already know what the next coping argument would be. It's probably an empty stadium. There's probably hardly anybody there. Look at this. It's fully fucking packed, and nobody is buying their fucking beer. And it's like to the point where they're like trying to give this shit away for free, and they can't manage to do it. That's how bad Bud Light damaged their own brand. They didn't need to do this, okay? They didn't need to go to Dylan Mulvaney. They were already doing, like, hosting the Pride events, hosting drag events. They were already doing that, and nobody was saying anything. And they were already, building into that more progressive space. They were already doing that. They didn't need to go to Dylan Mulvaney. They chose to do this. They did it to themselves. And yeah, I'm sure that they're cursing themselves out and probably never, ever going to work with that marketing agency that told them that this was the way. It obviously wasn't. But, now you see Chicago gay bars, okay, after the beer maker abandoned the cause, have decided they're going to boycott every single Anheuser-Busch product. Do it. Absolutely do it. I don't care if Bud Light survives. I don't give a shit if they donate 60% to Republicans. I don't care. And also, I hate the politicians. So good. I'm glad that their money is getting fucked with too. This is such a massive misplay. This is such an idiotic backfire. And again, I've said this from the start. Had they, from the very beginning, just put a stop to it, walked it back, they not even issued an apology, but just immediately owned up to what they were doing and said, hey, this was the wrong time. hey, we should have gone to Dylan Mulvaney. Hey, literally anything other than trying to gaslight everybody and claim it was a low-level marketing employee. I think that they could have threaded the needle here to where, sure, maybe they would have gotten hit slightly, but not anywhere near as bad as this has been. Not anywhere near as bad as this has been. It would have been dishonest. It would have been. But at the end of the day, the way they chose to handle this was like okay, they try to blame a low-level staffer. Okay. Then it was found out who the VP of marketing was. The video of that VP of marketing was released to the public, and we all saw what they actually thought of their buyers. Then they go to Donald Trump's son and try to get him to get people to walk back the boycott. Didn't work either. Then they hire ex-GOP aides so that they could help them run a new marketing campaign to attract conservative buyers, while at the same time pumping out these bullshit pro-America commercials and advertisements. And it's like, man, stop. Everybody sees what you're doing. Everybody could see what they were doing, but they didn't care. It's like they think their core buyers are stupid as fucking dirt, and they can gaslight them in broad daylight, and they'll never be able to figure it out. It's like, don't buy their product. You know what? I hope every single gay bar across the nation boycotts this brand and refuses to sell or buy any of their beers. And I hope every single conservative does the exact same thing, because this company is trash, okay? Look, I get it. It's a corporation. It's a company. They just want your money. But if you're gonna engage in these games, if you're gonna engage in these stupid and idiotic games, and then you're gonna try to gaslight everybody, you know what? You deserve to fail. You deserve to lose. You absolutely do. I'm not saying Coors is better. I'm not saying Miller's better. I'm not saying any of these other beer companies are somehow more morally righteous than the next, although I hear Yingling is pretty good. But like, at the end of the day, if you want to play the political game, you deserve to suffer the consequences. What's that saying? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Now, around the time I started talking about this, I had mentioned how DeSantis was running like ads like in support of the boycott of the Bud Light boycott. Well, Trump is weighing in, and it's like time to beat the radical left at their own game. The right is embracing boycotting and canceling now. They're doing it. They're saying, you know what, screw it. Let's do it. Let's hurt these companies that don't respect us. And you know what? I mutually assured destruction. Okay, there's it's that theory behind why nobody fires a nuclear weapon is because you know it's going to damage everybody, and it will never stop. So don't do it. And, you know, that theory has been pushed, okay? That theory is clearly being tested right now. But at the exact same time, the right for the longest time has not supported cancel culture, has not supported boycotting. Even when they say, oh, I'm not going to buy this, like they give up within a week's time frame. Well, not with Bud Light. With Bud Light, they're actually insulted. With Bud Light, they actually feel like that this was their company spitting in their face, and they're openly embracing boycotting, cancellation. They're doing it, and you know what? Go for it. Like it's clearly worked for people on the left. It's clearly worked for people on the left. So you know what? If it's working for them, adopt it. Embrace their tactics. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to stop unless these companies are terrified that by making any type of political stance, they jeopardize their business. It's the only way to get them to knock this garbage off, to stop trying to weigh in on politics and embracing one side of the aisle, is to show them that when you do that, the other side of the aisle is going to cancel you, is going to not support you, is going to pull all their money away from you. Bud Light is being made an example out of right now. Do not stop. Do not take this as a victory, because it is not a victory at all. Okay. And you know what? As much as I like Trump's policies and everything, I really don't look at what's like he makes this statement. He made the statement. I think it was only today or yesterday or something. I don't respect it. Okay, I don't respect it at all, because where was he when the boycott was really heating up? He wasn't anywhere, and his son was out there telling people to knock the boycott off. You know, I as much as I like Trump, I think he's like misfiring in a ton of different ways, just to be like upfront with everybody. The policies are great, but when it comes to the social issues, I don't really agree with him jumping in at the very tail end to try to like go, oh, we're all a team again, guys. No. No, 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 no. You're either with this movement 100% of the way, or you're not. Bud Light needs to be destroyed. Bud Light needs to be removed as the number one beer in the United States, because they clearly didn't respect that. That clearly wasn't enough for them. They need to lose that, and they need to lose so much more, and it needs to keep on happening so that no other company makes this mistake again.